Welcome, traveler. Tonight, we are going on a journey. We are going to leave the noise of the world behind. We're going to leave the gravity of the day behind. You have been carrying a heavy load, holding on to thoughts and worries and lists. But for the next hour, you do not need to carry them. You can set them down, right here, at the edge of the universe. Tonight, we will travel through the solar system. We will drift past the ancient craters of the moon, feel the warmth of the sun, and float through the diamond rings of Saturn. We will journey from the light into the dark, from the noise into the silence. This is not a lesson to be memorized. This is a lullaby written in the language of the stars. There is nothing you need to do, nothing you need to learn, and nothing you need to remember. Your only job is to listen and to let go. So, take a moment now to find your position. Adjust your pillows, pull the blankets up to your chin, and make yourself completely comfortable. Let your eyes close. Let the darkness behind your eyelids become the darkness of space. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with cool, fresh air, and let it out, slowly, signaling to your body that it is safe to rest. The ship is ready. The stars are waiting. It is time to leave the ground. It is time to drift. The departure. Close your eyes now and let your body become heavy. Sink down into the surface beneath you. There is no need to move, no need to think, no need to do anything at all, except listen and drift. Imagine that the heaviness in your limbs is slowly turning into lightness. You are untethering, releasing the gravity that holds you to the day, releasing the weights that hold you to the earth. You are beginning to float, lifting gently, like a leaf caught in a slow, warm updraft, up through the ceiling, up into the cool night air. You rise higher, and the sounds of the world below you fade into a soft murmur, and then into silence. You are weightless now, suspended, safe, drifting in the endless, velvet ocean of the night sky. Look down, below your feet. There it is, the earth, glowing softly against the obsidian dark. It looks so peaceful from here, a silent, blue marble, wrapped in swirls of white clouds. You can see the line, where day turns to night, a soft shadow, creeping across the continents, bringing sleep to millions of people, just like you. It is strange to think that down there, the world is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. Yet here, in the stillness of the void, it seems perfectly motionless, a painting suspended in time. You can see the atmosphere, the thin, fragile blue halo that hugs the curve of the planet. It is the only thing that separates all of life from the cold endlessness of space. And from this distance, it looks like a delicate shell, protecting everything you love. You are drifting away from it now, floating backward, deeper into the quiet. The earth gets smaller, shrinking, until it's just a bright, beautiful gem left behind in the distance. You are safe here, in the great empty, where there is no wind, no sound, only the rhythm of your own slow breathing. The silent sentinel. Turn your gaze now to the silver light, waiting for you. You are drifting toward the moon, our ancient, silent companion. As you draw closer, the light becomes brighter, reflecting the distant sun, casting long, star shadows across the gray landscape. You float down, skimming just above the surface. It is a world of absolute stillness. Here, there is no air to carry sound. If you were to speak, your words would vanish instantly, absorbed by the silence. It is the quietest place you have ever known. Look at the ground below you, the regolith, a blanket of fine, gray dust. It is soft, like powder, covering the ancient rocks. Because there is no wind here, and no rain, nothing changes. Every crater, every valley, every ripple in the dust has remained exactly the same for billions of years. It is a frozen history, a timeless museum, sleeping in the dark. You drift over the edge of a vast crater, deep and dark. The shadows here are absolute, blacker than black, because there is no atmosphere to scatter the light. It is a place of pure contrast, brilliant silver, and bottomless dark. You realize, as you float past, that the moon is loyal. It is tidally locked to the Earth, which means it spins at the exact same speed that it orbits. It keeps the same face, turned toward us, forever, watching over the Earth, like a guardian in the night. It never turns away. It never leaves. It is simply there, steady and calm. Feel the peace of that stillness, the comfort of something that never changes. In a chaotic universe, allow yourself to absorb this ancient silence, letting it quiet your mind, smoothing out your thoughts, just as the dust smooths out the ancient stones. The great sun. You are moving on now, leaving the gray silence behind, turning your face toward the source of all light. You are drifting inward toward the center of our system. Ahead of you, burning in the distance, is the sun. From here, it is not blinding, but a warm, golden glow, a beacon in the abyss. You are flying across a vast ocean of nothingness. To reach it, is so far away that the light touching your face right now left the surface of the sun 8 minutes ago. For 8 minutes, that light traveled through the dark, across 93 million miles of emptiness, just to find you, just to warm you. As you drift closer, you begin to understand the scale of it. It is a giant, beyond comprehension. You could fit 1,300,000 Earths inside of it. It is so massive that its gravity reaches out across billions of miles, holding all the planets, all the moons, all the asteroids, in a gentle, invisible embrace. It is the anchor that keeps us from drifting away into the dark. Imagine the energy rolling across its surface. It has been burning like this, steady and bright, for 4.5 billion years, long before you were born. Long before the first life appeared on Earth. It was here, shining in the dark, and it will continue to shine long after we are gone. There is a comfort in that, an eternal consistency. It is not hurry, it is not rest, it simply is. Feel the warmth of it now, radiating through your body. Not a burning heat, but a gentle, deep warmth, like a heavy blanket on a winter night. It warms your skin, your muscles, your bones. You are floating in the presence of the oldest thing you know, the great hearth of our solar system. Bathe in its golden light, letting it melt away any remaining tension. You are suspended between worlds, floating in the starlight, held by gravity, comforted by the heat, wrapped in the silence. You are small, and you are safe. The universe is vast and slow and quiet. Drift now, deeper into the warmth, deeper into the relaxation. The journey has only just begun. The crimson horizon. You are drifting again, moving away from the warmth of the sun, turning your back on the light. You float past the Earth, leaving the blue marble behind, venturing deeper into the black ocean of space. Feel the coolness returning, settling over you like a sheer sheet of silk. Ahead of you, hanging in the emptiness, is a point of ruddy light. It glows with a steady, amber hue, distinct from the twinkling white stars around it. You are approaching Mars, the red planet. As you draw closer, the point of light expands, becoming a vast, spherical desert. It is beautiful, in a stark, silent way. The entire world below you is covered in fine dust, rich in iron. The iron has reacted with the faint traces of oxygen over millions of years, creating a layer of rust that coats the planet. It is a world that has literally rusted, frozen in a state of eternal, reddish sleep. Drift closer now, skimming through the thin, wispy atmosphere. The air here is ghost thin, mostly carbon dioxide, barely a whisper against the surface. Because the air is so thin, it does not hold the heat. It is a cold world, a preserved world. Look down at the landscape, rolling beneath you. You see vast plains of red stone and dunes of sand that shift slowly over centuries. There is a giant here, sleeping in the dust. Rise up and look at the horizon. There it stands, Olympus Mons. It is a volcano, so massive that it defies your imagination. It is 3 times the height of Mount Everest, its peak piercing the thin sky, reaching out into space. It is the largest mountain in the entire solar system, a silent monument to the ancient heat that once flowed here. From up here, its slopes are gentle, stretching out for hundreds of miles, like a shield dropped upon the ground. It is quiet now, dormant, resting under the cold stars. Drift south, and you see a great tear across the planet's belly, the Valles Marineris, a canyon so deep and so long that it would stretch across the entire United States. It looks like a scratch, left by time itself. If you were standing on the edge, the other side would be far beyond the horizon, lost in the dusty haze. But here, floating above it, it is just a shadow, a deep, purple bruise on the red skin of the world. You are not alone here. Look closely, and you might see them. 2 small, lumpy shapes, tumbling through the dark. Phobos and Deimos. They are the moons of Mars, but they do not look like our moon. They are small, uneven, like potatoes made of stone. They are likely captured asteroids, travelers from the deep, that wandered too close, and were caught by Mars' gravity. They are trapped now, destined to circle the red world, forever dancing in the silence. Watch them spin, slow and heavy. Let their rotation, hypnotic and steady, guide your own breathing, in and out, round and round. The sea of stones. You are leaving the red glow behind now, letting gravity sling you outward, further into the night. You are entering the vast gap between the inner worlds and the giants of the deep. This is the asteroid belt. You might expect a chaotic field of crashing rocks and danger, but space is mostly empty space. The belt is not a wall. It is a lonely, scattered sea. The asteroids here are millions of miles apart. You drift through the void, and occasionally you see one, a gray rock, tumbling slowly in the starlight. Some are small, like a house. Others are vast, like a city. They are the leftovers, the building blocks of a planet that never was. Billions of years ago, gravity from the giant Jupiter prevented these rocks from coming together to form a world. So they remain here, suspended in time, orphans of the solar system. Watch that large stone floating to your left. It turns, end over end, in slow motion. There is no air to stop it, no friction to slow it down. It will tumble like that, for eternity. There's a rhythm to it, a silent, heavy dance. It is hypnotic to watch. Tumble and turn, tumble and turn. It reflects the distant sun, a brief flash of gray, then shadow, then gray, then shadow. Let your mind latch onto that rhythm. Let your thoughts tumble with the stone, slow and heavy and pointless. Drifting further into the center of the belt, you sense something larger, a presence in the dark. You are approaching Ceres, the queen of the belt. It is a dwarf planet, a perfect sphere of rock and ice, hidden among the debris. It is cold here, so very cold, but on the surface of Ceres, inside the craters, there are bright, shining spots, salt deposits, left behind by ice, reflecting the starlight like diamonds. On black velvet, they glint in the darkness, tiny beacons on a dead world. Scientists believe there may be an ocean deep beneath that frozen crust, a hidden sea of briny water, sleeping under miles of ice, waiting in the dark. Imagine that deep water, motionless, silent, heavy, just like you. You are a part of this vastness now. You are a traveler, drifting through the sea of stones. There is no rush here. The asteroids have been tumbling for 4 billion years. They have nowhere to go, and neither do you. There is only the drift, the slow, endless drift. The red planet is a fading star behind you. The asteroid belt wraps around you, a blanket of invisible dust and distant rocks. You are floating into the deeper dark, the realm of the giant. You are drifting further, much further now. The scattered stones of the asteroid belt have faded into the blackness behind you. You are entering the outer reaches, the deep ocean of the solar system. It is darker here. The sun is no longer a blazing furnace, but a bright, distant star, watching you from across the void. But you are not alone in the dark. You feel it before you see it. A pull, a heaviness, a deep, gravitational embrace. You are approaching the king. Slowly, out of the shadows, it emerges. Jupiter. It is immense, beyond all comprehension. It is a world so vast that it could swallow all the other planets combined and still have room for more. It hangs in the dark, like a colossal marble, painted by an invisible hand. Drift closer and let the sheer scale of it wash over you. You are a speck of dust, floating before a mountain. But this mountain is made of clouds. Look at the colors. They are not just flat stripes. They are ribbons of gas, wrapping around the world. Bands of cream, and white, and burnt orange, and deep, rich ochre. They look solid from here, like layers of sedimentary rock. But they are moving. They are flowing, sliding past each other, in an eternal, silent dance. The planet spins so fast, the fastest of all the worlds. Its day is only 10 hours long. This rapid spin stretches the clouds into these long, perfect lines. Watch them flow. The white zones, rising up, cool and high. The brown belts, sinking down, warm and deep. East and west, left and right. Opposite directions, forever sliding, forever smoothing out the chaos. It is a hypnotic pattern, a rhythm that has been playing for billions of years. Let your eyes follow one of the bands, tracing it around the curve of the planet until it disappears into the shadow. Round and round, smooth and heavy. There is a comfort in such massive consistency. The eye of the storm. Drift lower now, toward the southern hemisphere. There is something there, looking back at you. A vast, red eye, the great red spot. It is a storm, a hurricane of unimaginable size. You could fit the entire Earth inside of it, with room to spare. Imagine that, your whole world, every city, every ocean, every mountain, lost inside this single, silent storm. It looks angry, swirling with crimson and brick red, but from this distance, it is peaceful. It is a vortex, a spiral, turning counterclockwise. It has been turning like this for over 300 years. Generations of humans have lived and died. Empires have risen and fallen. And all the while, this storm has been spinning. Slowly, surely, it is a monument to endurance. Watch the outer edge of the spot, curling inward. It is like cream, stirred into coffee, swirling, mixing, but never fully blending. The winds at the edge are screaming at hundreds of miles an hour. But here, in the vacuum, there is no sound. There is only the motion, the slow, hypnotic rotation. Let your mind be pulled into the center of the spiral, deeper and deeper into the red. There is no solid ground down there. If you were to fall, you would fall forever, through the clouds, through the mist, down, 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 into the crushing dark, where the gas becomes liquid and the liquid becomes metal. A deep, dark ocean of liquid metallic hydrogen hidden beneath the clouds. But you do not fall. You hover safely above it, watching the swirl. You are weightless, held up by the nothingness, safe from a storm, safe from the pressure, just a witness to the majesty. The magnetic hum. As you float here, in the shadow of the giant, you begin to sense a vibration, not a sound, but a feeling, deep in your bones. It is the song of Jupiter. The planet is singing. Radio waves, cast out into the dark. It has a magnetic field, so powerful, it stretches out all the way to Saturn. It is an invisible shield, a bubble of energy, protecting its many moons. Speaking of moons, look around you. Tiny sparks of light, dancing around the giant. Io, Europa, Ganymede, Callisto. They are like children, circling their parent. A miniature solar system. Within the solar system, they move in perfect time, a celestial clockwork, ticking slowly. In the dark, everything here is order, gravity, orbit, spin, flow. Everything is exactly where it is supposed to be, and so are you. You are exactly where you need to be, drifting in the shadow of the king. The gravity here feels like a heavy blanket draped over your shoulders. It pulls the tension out of your muscles, pulling it down toward the center of the planet. Let the giant carry the weight for you. You don't need to hold yourself up. You don't need to hold on to anything. The universe is holding you. The clouds are churning, slow and steady. The storm is spinning, slow and steady. And you are drifting, slow and steady. The colors are fading now as your eyes begin to close. The orange and the white and the red blending into a soft, warm gray. The giant is watching over you, a silent guardian. In the deep night, sink into the gravity, sink into the shadow, deeper and deeper into the court of the king. The jewel of the night. You are drifting away from the heavy gravity of Jupiter. You are releasing the weight, floating back out into the open sea of space. The darkness here is deep and velvety. It wraps around you, a cool, comforting embrace. Ahead of you, hanging in the void, is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. It glows with a soft, pale gold light. It does not have the angry storms of Jupiter or the rusty dust of Mars. It is serene, elegant, a jewel suspended in the blackness. As you drift closer, the rings begin to resolve. From Earth, they look like a solid disk, a perfect, flat record. But from here, you can see what they truly are. Drift closer until you are hovering just above them. They are not solid at all. They are made of billions and billions of pieces of ice. Some are as small as a grain of sand, glittering like diamond dust. Others are as large as a house, great floating mountains of frozen water. They are all tumbling, dancing, flowing together in a river of light. Reach out with your mind and imagine touching one. It is cold, ancient ice. Most of this water has been frozen since the birth of the solar system. It is pristine, untouched, pure. Watch how the light from the distant sun catches the edges of the ice crystals. A billion tiny sparkles, flashing in the dark. It is a sea of diamonds, stretching out for thousands of miles. and yet it is so thin. This vast structure, wide enough to fit several Earths side by side, is barely 30 feet thick. If you were to look at it from the side, it would almost disappear. It is a razor's edge of light, cutting through the dark. It is fragile, and yet it endures. There's a rhythm here, just like at Jupiter, but it is lighter, faster, more delicate. You can see the gaps in the rings, the dark lanes, where the ice has been cleared away. The Cassini division. A dark river, flowing between the banks of light, and guiding this river are the moons, tiny, hidden moons, drifting inside the rings. They are called shepherd moons. They gently push the ice, keeping the herd together, maintaining the perfect shape. Prometheus, Pandora, Pan, silent guardians, tending to their flock of ice, ensuring that the beauty remains unbroken. There is such order here, such perfect, mathematical peace. Allow your mind to align with that order. Let your thoughts organize themselves, like the particles of ice, flowing in a perfect circle around a golden center, round and round, shimmering and silent. The crown of the north. Lift your gaze now, away from the rings. Drift upward, over the curve of the golden planet. You are moving toward the top of the world, the North Pole. Here, there's a mystery, something that defies the chaos of nature. As you look down at the pole, you do not see a circle. You see a hexagon, a perfect, six-sided shape, stamped onto the top of the planet. It is a storm, vast and deep. Each side of the hexagon is wider than the Earth. Nature usually loves circles and spirals and curves, but here, on this lonely gas giant, the wind has formed a perfect geometric shape. It looks impossible, and yet, there it is. The color changes slowly, shifting from gold to blue as the seasons change over decades, but the shape remains. The hexagon, watch the currents flowing around the sharp corners. They turn perfectly. It is a hypnotic machine, spinning in the silence. There is something deeply soothing about this structure. It feels intentional. It feels balanced. Focus on the center of the hexagon, the eye of the storm. It is a deep, dark vortex. It looks like a portal, leading down into the heart of the planet. You are hovering directly above it, looking down into the abyss. But you're not afraid. You are simply filled with wonder. The storm is spinning, but you are still. The winds are screaming, but you hear only silence. You are witnessing the secret geometry of the universe, the math behind the magic. Feel the stability of that shape. 6 sides, solid, structured, secure. Let that structure enter your mind. Visualize the hexagon, spinning slowly behind your closed eyelids. Every turn, unwinding a knot of tension. Every turn, smoothing out a worry. The universe is not chaotic. It is organized. It has a plan, and you are part of that plan. You fit into this universe just as perfectly as the ice fits into the rings. You belong here. Drift away now, pulling back from the pole. The golden planet begins to shrink, becoming a soft, glowing sphere. The rings become a single line of light. You are moving further out, into the deep freeze, leaving the golden light behind, turning toward the blue shadows of the outer rim. But you carry the peace of the rings with you. The shimmer of the ice is in your mind. The stability of the hexagon is in your heart. You are balanced. The rolling pearl. You are drifting further into the deep. The golden glow of Saturn is far behind you now. a fading memory, in the rearview mirror of your mind. You are entering the freezer of the solar system. It is quiet here, so very quiet. Ahead of you, a pale, ghostly sphere appears in the darkness. Uranus. It is not striped like Jupiter or golden like Saturn. It is a smooth, flawless ball of pale blue-green. It looks like a frozen grape, suspended in the void. The color comes from methane, wrapped in layers of ice, and coal gas. It is the coldest planetary atmosphere in the entire system. Imagine that cold now, not as something harsh, but as a numbing agent. It numbs the worry. It freezes the stress, slowing everything down to a standstill. As you drift closer, you notice something strange, something unique. This planet does not spin like a top, upright and proud. It rolls. It rolls on its side, like a ball moving across a smooth floor. Long ago, in the violence of the early universe, something massive knocked it over, and so it stays, sleeping on its side, rolling through the darkness. Its rings are vertical, slicing up and down, faint ribbons of dust, barely visible against the black. Watch it roll, slowly, endlessly. There is a laziness to it, a refusal to stand up. It has surrendered to the gravity and to the sleep. It is a world of secrets. Deep inside, beneath the clouds of hydrogen and helium, there is no solid surface, only a vast, slushy ocean of water, ammonia, and ice. A thick, heavy ocean, moving in the dark. Imagine sinking into that, heavy and slow, wrapped in the pale blue light, rolling through eternity. The winds of sapphire. You drift on, leaving the pale pearl behind. You are traveling to the edge. The last sentinel, Neptune. As it comes into view, the color changes. It is no longer pale, but a deep, rich, intense azure. It is the blue of the deepest ocean, the blue of twilight, the blue of sleep. It is beautiful and terrifying. This is a windy world. The winds here blow at over 1,000 miles an hour, faster than sound, faster than anything on Earth. But here, in the vacuum, you cannot hear the scream of the wind. You only see the clouds, bright white streaks, racing across the cobalt face of the planet. They are high-altitude clouds, casting shadows on the blue deck below. Drift down, through the layers, deeper, into the blue. Scientists believe that deep down, in the crushing pressure of these ice giants, magic happens. The carbon atoms are squeezed so tight that they turn into crystal. It rains diamonds. Imagine that. In the absolute dark, miles beneath the clouds, glittering diamonds are falling like rain, falling slowly through the thick, icy mantle. Millions of gems sinking toward the core. A silent, sparkling shower that no one will ever see. Visualize that rain now. Heavy, precious stones falling, falling, falling. Let your thoughts fall with them. Let your consciousness become heavy like a diamond, sinking deeper into the blue abyss. There is no bottom here, just an endless, slow descent. The final drift. You are moving away now, drifting past the blue giant, out into the Kuiper Belt. This is the frontier. The objects here are just frozen rocks, sleeping in the cold. Pluto, Eris, Make, tiny sentinels, guarding the exit. Look back, one last time. Look back at the sun. From this distance, billions of miles away, it is no longer a disk. It is just a star, a very bright, very lonely star. It is just one point of light among millions. You have traveled so far. You have left the noise, the heat, and the gravity far behind. You are floating in the heliosphere, the final bubble of the sun's influence. And beyond that is interstellar space, the space between the stars. It is the definition of emptiness. There is no wind. There is no sound. There is no light. There is only you and the drift. You are weightless. You are timeless. Your body is asleep. Your mind is stardust. You are expanding, dissolving into the velvet black. There is nothing left to do. There is nowhere left to go. You have reached the end of the journey and the beginning of a dream. The stars are watching. The silence is holding you. Let go. Completely. Let go. Drift. Darkness. Peace. The journey is complete. You have traveled across the vastness of the night. You have seen the fire and the ice and the void. But now it is time to return, not to the busyness of the day, but to the sanctuary of your bed. Feel the mattress beneath you. It is your anchor. It holds you safe and warm while your mind continues to float. The engines are powering down. The lights are dimming. There is nothing left to see. There is nothing left to hear. The universe has turned off its lights just for you. You are safe here. You are heavy here. Let the images of the planets dissolve. Let them fade into a soft, comfortable gray. Silence is returning. Let it cover you like a blanket. The video is ending.